Welcome to this short introductory video about our Open Interfaith Health Science Center Zoom Sanctuary, Inspirational Gatherings. The next one is on Tuesday the 13th of July, and the time is from noon to 1, Winnipeg time. All are welcome. We're all equal here. Everyone is free to suggest any changes that will make this a more fruitful gathering, or to take over arranging all or part of any session. There is a moment in each program to get to know each other, what we're each praying for, what's on our hearts, if we brought any songs or quotes to share, and we share them at that moment. Just for tonight, I will try to find a safe, comfortable place to lie down and close my eyes. I will remind myself I am a precious child of God, and that I am both deserving and in need of rest. These gatherings are happening worldwide, and people are actually in them talking among themselves about the needs of the community and consulting together to try to find some solutions to the challenges their communities, their neighborhoods are facing. It is an interfaith gathering, and in order to do justice to that, we are studying right now about our Aboriginal brothers and sisters and their spirituality. In the Lakota tradition, there's a coming of age ceremony that was brought by white calf buffalo woman. This rite was performed at the time when a young girl realized that change taking place in her life was a sacred thing. The ceremony was held to purify her in preparation for becoming a woman and bearing children. Her family built a teepee, gathered necessary objects for the ritual, which was conducted by a holy man. There's more to this study in the program. The dialogue about murdered and missing Aboriginal women is important. During the sessions, we study the issues of the day, talk about them. If we're to build a community we all feel we belong in, it's an important discussion. It's a hard discussion and a difficult one, even traumatic to hear. Our Aboriginal sisters have had to go through this trauma, and we can learn how they deal with being traumatized. We can draw on their strength. This is a piece by Pamela Fidler, who was part of the National Inquiry, and it is in the final report. The National Inquiry has been a healing process for me. I felt very alone, but when I go to the hearings and to meetings with the NFAC, I don't feel so alone. The person next to you knows how you feel because they've been there in a sense. No two stories are the same, but there's always something that is the same that you can identify with. I will stay in contact with these women because they really feel like my family. God, please help me to honestly take stock. Help me to search out the flaws in my makeup which caused my failure. Help me to see where resentment has plagued me and resulted in spiritual malady. But more importantly, help me to understand my part in these resentments. Help me to resolutely look for my own mistakes, to understand where I had been selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, and frightened. Part of every session we have some music that we share. People are welcome to bring any music and to sing during the program. Do Black Lives Matter? Most certainly, for they are the pupil of the eye of humanity. There are testimonies and confirmations. How is God showing up in your life? We share what we feel. Instead of going straight to bed, I sat at the kitchen table and just out of curiosity opened the little red book and began to read a few lines. Then another strange thing happened. It was as though someone hit me gently but firmly on the top of the head with a huge rubber mallet. I had the feeling of waking up, as if all my previous lives had been asleep. The printed words on the page of the book seemed like the surface of a vast and fathomless ocean of truth and wisdom. Whatever it was, I knew it was completely true and infallible. Therefore, the author must also be true and infallible. The small red book, which I still have, was the hidden words. I began sharing my new faith with friends. During the conversations, one of my companions asked me what the name of the founder of the faith was. I told him. And as the word came out of my mouth, I had the sensation of something descending and enveloping me. I felt like I was a little spiritual bubble in all of my own surrounded by joy and light. Magnified be thy name, O Lord my God. Behold thou mine eye expectant to gaze on the wonders of thy mercy, my ear longing to hearken unto the sweet melodies, and my heart yearning for the living waters of thy knowledge. Thou seest thy handmaiden, O my God, standing before the habitation of thy mercy, calling upon thee by thy name, which thou hast chosen above all other names, and set up over all that are in the heavens and on earth. Send down upon her the breaths of thy mercy, that she may be carried away wholly from herself, and be drawn entirely toward the sea, which, resplendent with the glory of thy faith, sheddeth afar the radiance of thy sovereignty, and is established upon thy throne. Open art thou to do what thou wilt. No God is there besides thee, the all-glorious, the most bountiful. Make a list of your friends and invite them to this devotional, or devotional you begin.